Yo les teubés. Petit problème Twitch qui ne veut pas mettre le chat. Ah. Allez, comme la bonne repartie en carrière. Ah, on a déjà 71? Sérieux? On a bien avancé là, pas mal. On avait fait des progressions hein, que je regarde parce que ouais, on sait jamais que ça le prend pas en compte. Voilà, on peut d'aller, hein, je pense. Oups. Maintenant c'est quoi entraînement collectif, mais j'ai la flemme de faire les entraînements, surtout si ça dure 20 minutes. Je vais me chercher un truc à bouillir, j'arrive.
Again in the spring, let's take a look at some of the new talent. Our My Team Unlimited champion Jomar joined Pacers Gaming in his return to the league.
And with the NBA 2K League entering the playoffs soon, we caught up with Scott Cole to chat about the regular season and what to expect in the coming weeks. Right now, we are joined by the golden voice of the NBA 2K League, Scott Cole. Scott, what's going on, man?
Well, everything. We're in remote play here in the NBA 2K League, and you know we got some teams playing really well. We got some teams that wish they were playing better, but hey, that's how it goes when you get this, you know, high-level competition.
Absolutely. Well, welcome to 2K TV once again.
Well, today's big news is the injury to Ben Simmons. Looks like it's going to keep him out for a long time, Hornet.
Hate to see
Comme
it.
d'avance, c'est cinématique.
A reminder, fans, we hope you'll come and join us for Trading Card Day. The first 10,000 fans through the arena will receive a trading card pack. Arrival in the fans.
Ah, séance de tir.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, basketball fans. It's the Los Angeles Lakers matched up against the Denver Nuggets at Pepsi Center. Looking at the Nuggets, they want to turn it around after the loss to Sacramento. They suffered an upset loss, perhaps a loss of focus, but you can be certain that won't be the case tonight. And the Nuggets, a team that made some noise last.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, Coach Mike Malone had this to say about his understated superstar, Nikola Jokic. Malone said he's truly beloved by all his teammates. No ego, a little bit goofy, doesn't take himself too seriously. And with his success, he's still the same kid. That's why everybody cares about him and respects him. Kevin?
The Nuggets lucky to have him. Thanks, David. And let's see what Denver has coming up. On Thursday, they'll tip off a road trip in New York where they'll take on the Knicks. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And for that matchup against the Nets, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dion Waiters is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Howard in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Denver, the backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Porter in at the small forward. Talk about rookies getting early playing time these days. Were you counted on much your first season? You had a terrific rookie year, obviously, but I'm guessing you did. You were counted on early.
Yeah, you know, for the high draft.
Oh là là, on rentre.
Checked in for Denver. Monte Morris comes in for Gary Harris. And then for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. And Chase subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Murray, good.
And Murray is so deadly with the catch and shoot, Jay. When the D isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with him.
Oh. Il a fait une bonne percée pourtant.
Pass to Che. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Murray outside. Millsap against Davis. Millsap kicks to Barton. 5 to shoot. Here's Jokic. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out.
And yes, it's good.
I mean, the passing genius of LeBron coming to the surface. I mean, a look that only a few players in the league can make.
Morris passes to Millsap. Martin with it. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Lakers leading by 3. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Paul Millsap picks one up. Los Angeles shooting their second and third free throws tonight. First one falls for him.
Yeah, and you got to count the poor health for the Lakers last season, hampering their ability to compete. The longest injury layoff in LeBron James' career. And all told, more than 200 games missed to injury camp.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Plumlee comes in for Jokic, and it's Jeremy Grant in for Paul Millsap. Barton kicks to Murray. 1:03 left here in the first quarter. Shoots from 12. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Lakers will take it the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
They look totally in sync, GA. I mean, they knew what they wanted to accomplish, and then they went out there and did it.
Barton drives in, and Barton throws it down.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Basket counts.
There are some things you just can't teach. That's Che with tremendous awareness for where everyone is around him.
Raiders against Murray. We've got 13 seconds left here in the opening quarter. From deep three-point range. Headshot off. We're scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Lakers ahead, up 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love, like that is the thing.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Well, I love the ball movement so far, GA. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Denver, Grant is out there with Will Barton. Then there's Murray. Then there's Plumlee, and it's Morris in at point. Here's Murray. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels. And I've just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
J'aurais pensé qu'il aurait fait une passe comme d'habitude à terre, un peu, mais il l'a fait en l'air.
Substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Vonleh. Barton's checked in for Porter. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Jokic finds Millsap. Back to Jokic. Takes the three. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
Davis, and he banks in the layup. Davis has got 9 points in the quarter.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Morris passes to Barton. And the foul called on Shea.
Talbot, il est vraiment en retard. C'est abusé.
The Nuggets have made the most out of their
Hier 10 minutes.
They have yet to
Aujourd'hui un quart d'heure.
Free throw good for Morris. Grant, he's checked in for Denver. Morris is checked in for the Lakers. And Morris drops them both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
7-second difference, shot and game clock.
Les gens ont râlé. Ils avaient vraiment des masses à voler.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Dishes it to Morris. At the elbow, Jokic. Back to Morris.
Elle joue aussi. Ah, il y a tout dit faute. Je me demande quand est-ce qu'on peut leur reprendre le ballon, il y a tout dit faute.
The Nuggets have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
LeBron with it on deep, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And a close game. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so. Substitution here for Denver. Lonley's checked in for Jokic. Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. Will Barton, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And Monte Morris subbed in for Gary Harris. Chris, when you look around the league, who do you feel is the most universally liked player in the league?
That's a good one because there's so many players with great stories. How about Derrick Rose? Fighting all those injuries, coming back, having a 50-point game, becoming a leader again there in Minnesota. The youngest MVP ever, watching his ups and downs. Luka Doncic, how about that guy? I mean, that's just from excitement of play. The fact that he's just infused this Dallas team with energy and fun. It's so much fun watching him. And then you got to go with the elder statesman. In other words, we call him the old head where I'm from. And that's Vince Carter. If you don't love Vince Carter, something's wrong with you because he's the line in the sand from Dr. J, Dominique, Jordan, and those dunkers to anything that's happening today. Vince Carter, he's the man.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Rhys out there with Jay. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's McGee in at the center. Barton dishes to Murray. Green with the block. To the middle. Puts it up.
Ah mais là un jour, non, il devait trop tôt. Ah gars. Tire de près pourtant il est à 67.
JaVale McGee grabs the miss.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Passe D.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. They trail by 14. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Grant kicks to Barton. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been easy late.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Oh, that play took tremendous focus. Che with the and one opportunity here.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot.
Et non.
Free throw no good for Che.
And you look at stars in this league, not that many went to all 4 years of college. But don't tell that to Che.
Back to Morris. And stolen by Che. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Lakers ahead, up by 16. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver. We're back in a moment. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Lakers leading by 16. They've got Michael Porter. Grant is out there with Vonleh. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Lock at 6, and there's the pass to Murray. Puts up a 3. Nice D from Porter. The Nuggets shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Pass to Murray. Vonleh dishes to Murray. Back to Vonleh. Porter finds Murray. Good on the 3-point shot. Murray's got 24 points.
Knocks down his second 3 of the half. I mean, 2 of them in the first half also.
Here's Davis. A second chance effort, and it's good on the way in.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
A different look for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Vonleh. Millsap comes in for Jeremy Grant. In for Barton. And the Lakers also making a switch. Shay's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Right side Davis. He kicks to Howard. LeBron against Millsap. Waiters outside. Pass to Che. Unloads from 13. That one off the back iron and out. The Nuggets trail by 19.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything.
C'est trop demandé de la mettre.
Huge margin of victory for Los Angeles.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Rajon Rondo.
His passes were crisp tonight. Pinpoint. So many easy buckets came off his assist.
Millsap passes to Porter. That's good, and it's Millsap with the assist.
And guys, he has all the makings of an elite scorer. Porter combines size, athleticism, and terrific shot-making ability. That is rare.
Waiters passes to Davis.
Oh.
Back to Waiters. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And again, no good by the Lakers.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Oh, just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
Et quoi, on joue au foot ou on joue au basket ici?
Harris looking it over. 16 feet away. Can't get it to fall. So it's Los Angeles winning this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA. Presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
Nouveau contrat de pub.
Yo, Jay. Thanks for making this.
What's up, man? No problem. What do you need me to do?
You know, I don't actually know. I think you're just going to be running some drills with the kids. Don can tell us more.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Don.
Oh, hey, yeah.
What's up, my man?
Hey, Don. What's up, bro?
Jay.
So, look, I'm at your service. Let me know what you want me to do.
Yeah. Just hang on a second. About to do a 1v1 with a camper.
Okay.
Hey, I need a contest winner. All right, there he is. Come on over here, young man. Hey, let me ask you something. Are you ready to go one-on-one?
Je vais me faire défoncer par un gamin.
Yeah?
Vraiment?
All right, man. We're gonna let you take it out, okay?
Oh.
Good luck. Use your best move. Come on, guys. Let's clear out.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Easy.
Didn't realize he'd be here.
Aimer la misère.
Hey, nice shot.
From the world. That's cool.
Don, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah.
Can you fill me in on what we're doing here?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Hey, Che, it would be great if maybe after lunch you could run some drills with the kids, you know, a little ball handling, maybe some shooting, something
I can do that.
Whatever the instructors are doing.
Yeah.
Right? Sound good?
Great.
Great. Awesome. I'll be right back.
All right, thanks, Don.
Thanks.
Sounds nice.
Bon, c'est pas que... Hein, j'ai pas envie de me taper une cinématique si ça joue pas. Ouah, 2000 2000... Hop, direct. Il me reste 126 interception, 300. Euh... 438. Ici, 192. Je serais bien mis en rapidité, mais il n'y a plus assez.
Again, break it down for the people. What teams are hot? What teams are not?
Well, the crazy thing is, I'll start with not. You know, you might remember how good the 76ers were a year ago with Radiant. They were back-to-back tip-off champs. They're currently 4-8, which is crazy. They're down in the bottom of the barrel. Fab, who was one of the best players, remember he was taken number 2 back in 2018. They are 1-11, even though he's leading the league in scoring. So the cool thing about what's going on in the league this year, you need all 5 players playing on both ends of the court. It's really taken team ball to play well. And if you want to talk about the hot teams, it is team ball. You talk about Raptors Uprising GC, led by Kenny Gael, who's probably going to be the MVP. He's won Player of the Month a couple times, Player of the Week a couple times.
There's Baldi.
Let's meet the visiting team, Los Angeles Lakers. At shooting guard, at the other guard position. And now, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there.
Well, the Utah Jazz tries to keep their players happy by financially incentivizing them. Contract bonuses include on-the-court performance, physical fitness, and off-season workouts. The team's general manager said, to be a significant program, we need to be great defensively and with individual development. The bonuses are created with those goals in mind. Evan?
Thanks, DA. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome. but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that could be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Rajon Rondo is out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Howard in at the 5. And for the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Joe Ingles is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Gobert in at the center position. And tonight's game may be won or lost on that front line, Smitty. What makes for an effective front court tandem, do you think?
I think, first of all, if that tandem can switch on pick and rolls, that tandem can shoot the basketball and also make plays somewhat like a guard. But the biggest thing is if they can rebound and able to guard smaller guys, this will make them good.
Jordan Clarkson comes in for Joe Ingles, and Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Shea comes in for Rajon Rondo. Lakers passing it around. Raiders against Mudiay. LeBron outside. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And once LeBron gets the ball in the painted area, the force he plays with, it's hard not to foul him.
And the first one at the line is good. George Niang, he's checked in for the Jazz. O'Neal comes in for Michael Conley. And then for Los Angeles, Kyle Kuzma comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Green in for Waiters. Clarkson finds Mudiay. Over Shea. Mudiay with the basket.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Because he's someone that you lean on at the offensive end. Establish him early.
James, the bounce pass. Here's Kuzma. That one goes. Count it.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far. But as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances.
1:11 left to play in the first quarter. Niang kicks to Mudiay. Green against Clarkson.
Sur le terrain, ce bâtard.
Back to Mudiay. 4 on the clock. And the foul called on Shea. That's his first foul. Davis is checked in for Utah. And the Lakers also making a change. Morris is checked in. Now here's Mudiay. Tight defense on him. Another shot. That one misses. Good work defensively by Morris.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also.
Tu seras tout seul, tu iras te faire foutre aussi.
Pass to Shea. Here's Kuzma. Defended by Mudiay. Back to Shea. The pass to Kuzma. Shot clock at 5. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Kuzma.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Jazz. Trailing by 4. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there
Il
were
va la mettre,
communication
hein.
breakdowns
On va pas
all
rater.
night. Deadly, especially
C'est
when
pas
you're on the
vrai.
road.
And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton.
He was one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove
Mais t'es
had
tout
on
seul,
Conley. He
hein.
plays a lot like him on that end.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up
Je
and
vais
ready
faire
to
quoi?
go.
Il est
Let's
nul en
reset our
fond.
lineups.
Pas voulu
So
mettre de
on the
points.
floor for Utah, Emmanuel Mudiay out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then it's O'Neal. And there's Davis. And it's Niang in at the 4 spot. Here's Morris over Davis. That misses off the backboard. Utah has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game.
And Smitty, as tough as they are on D, the Jazz have been middle of the pack offensively. How do they improve there?
You know, GA, they can be a top
Bonhomme
10
il crève
offense.
sur 2 mètres.
The two things that held them back are turnovers and poor free throw shooting.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Tries it from the top of the key. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well-designed play. Che catching in rhythm and delivering.
Mudiay dishes to Mitchell. Over Morris. And it's Mitchell missing. The Lakers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Puts it up.
Tu dis trop tôt.
And it's Che missing.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance.
From deep three-point range, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Utah in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Donovan Mitchell. And the Lakers with some changes. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Davis. And Che's subbed in for Waiters. Here's Mitchell. Rebound the Lakers.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Shea is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Howard.
Tu sais pas attraper une balle. Joue pas au basket. Vraiment.
16 points for Donovan Mitchell.
I like that play by Joe Ingles. Doesn't have anything he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
And his teammates call him old man, say he looks like a 40-year-old farmer. Joe Ingles, Smitty, much more than meets the eye.
You know what, Kevin? He's a star in his role. He's gotten better and better. He's a guy who can impact winning on a nightly basis.
A floater. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 12 in the game.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Shea outside. Rondo against Conley. Kicks it out to James. Shea outside. Shoots. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Shea's got his third basket of the night right there.
Credit the vision of LeBron. Leave even one guy open, he'll find him.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Lakers trail by 3. Now James. He's got 13. Up top, Kuzma. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 6. Here's James. Here's Howard.
Je suis là en arrière, tout seul. Hein. Wow, elle est bien.
of time, but they finally get the bucket. 15 points in the game.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Gobert, the pass to Conley. Mitchell outside. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to Che. Kuzma's got his second basket of the night.
Staying open to what develops, one of Che's biggest strengths as a playmaker.
Conley against Rondo.
Martin me bloquer dans tous les sens.
Right side, Conley. Pass to Gobert. Bogdanovich with it. Shoots over Kuzma. Off the left rim and out. LA has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And LeBron James gets it to go.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Conley kicks to Mitchell. And there's the feed to Bogdanovich. James against Ingles. Nails the baby hook. Ingles has got 8 points.
The steady hand of Ingles in pick and roll action, just making plays.
From 10 feet out.
Eh ben non.
No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Right back after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to.
Dernier carton. Un point de diff.
He's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Donovan Mitchell comes in for George Niang. And Mike Conley subbed in for Ed Davis. The Lakers also making some changes.
Déjà, on l'a pas.
He's checked in for JaVale McGee. James comes in for Xtadeus Caldwell-Pope.
On l'a pas, mais genre quoi. Genre. Putain, on a 2 sur sa gueule, la balle elle tombe à terre et on peut pas la reprendre.
And it's Ingles, and it's the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now, let's present our Jordan player of the game, Emmanuel Mudiay.
And Kevin, his three-point shooting has been a big key. 12 of his points have come from downtown, and those points didn't come cheap. He's worked hard on the perimeter aspect of his game and got good high-percentage shots.
Now, here's Howard. Shea outside. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Howard's got 3 assists tonight.
You need a bucket, Shea's a good option to go to. He has that big play gene.
Mitchell looking it over. The dish to Gobert. And Davis sends it back. And here we go with Waiters. Running it up the court. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Yeah, it's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
Faut que les mette, hein. Les deux. Yes. Allez, mets le deuxième.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
Floats it up for Davis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
This just in. AD is not going to buckle up and fold. He's unafraid of the moment.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Utah. 4-point game. Utah calls timeout. They're down by 4. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. He told them to stick with it. He said, "This game is right here, guys. This is our game
Personne ne
to
laisse
take.
passer, rien.
Precision, purpose, and poise." Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
The drive by Jay, and he comes up with the deuce. Jay's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
When it matters most, Che is right there, accountable and deadly.
Mitchell against Waiters. Mitchell kicks to Conley. Outside Bogdanovich. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul. It's the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And to think LeBron in high school was recruited by some D1 colleges to play wide receiver, boy, what a downfield target he would have been.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
Passes it to Williams-Goss. It's stolen by Morris. And so Los Angeles takes the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Steve Smith and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.
Ah, je peux améliorer un truc de tir. On va regarder ça.
Good game out there, fellas. Hey, what's up, Levi?
Hey, Che. Hey. The Gatorade reps here. I want to introduce you to her. They're thinking about working you into the fold. We just got to up your profile.
Oh, word, okay. Hey, anything I should know?
Absolutely. Lesson number 1, be yourself. They love that.
I don't really think that's a lesson.
What would you call it?
Like more of advice, you know? Lessons are more meaty.
All right. Okay, well, thanks for the advice. Rhys.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Want to introduce you to the NBA's next big thing. This is my man, Che.
Hey, what's up?
Nice to meet you. Next big thing. It's a pleasure.
So I wanted to talk to you
Before
about...
you get into your thing, and how long-winded you can be.
Yeah.
Love you for it.
Yeah.
But we're actually in the middle of something.
Oh, do your thing.
So
Sorry to interrupt.
We're gonna keep on
Okay,
doing
cool.
this, but we will see you around.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Che.
Yeah. You're in great hands, Che.
All
Levi
right.
is my guy.
Yeah. Was that lesson 2?
No. You know, she has to...
Ouais. Pas que ça foot. Alors, progression, signe. C'est dans les tirs. Hein. Bon. Non. Non. Non plus. Non. Non. Ah, il reste 62, pas assez. Ben. Allô? Ben, il voulait pas que je joue.
They have yet to be beat. They have won the tip-off tournament. And of course, we have the ticket coming up next week. So this is a team that's not only undefeated, LT, but they can put even more money in their pocket than they already have this season.
12-0, one of the best starts in league history. What is it about the Raptors uprising GC's chemistry that has them undefeated this season?
Ça se voit autant que ça. Salut Red Bull. Moi j'ai la flemme de faire les entraînements. Salut Xtadeus, ça va?
If you can believe that. And first in the league in steals is Tyler Cook, who is their lockdown defender. So, I mean, they play you 94 feet, you know, and something about when they come out of the locker room, momentum gets reset there in that third quarter, and they just dominate you in the second half.
Now, you mentioned some of these veterans that have played in the league before, but what about some of the new players, these rookies that are doing well this season?
Well, you know, the Wizards, they're currently in third place. JBM, who's the #1 pick, he's playing well along with Dave Fry. They like to slow it down. They're kind of an intentional team, very fundamental. Splashy for the Jazz. They're 9-2. They're in the second place.
Ah, ça rapporte quoi de faire des entraînements?
So you can see the #1
pas
pick
de
is in
points,
third place. You know, some of the #2 picks are up there high, and then Crushy, who is the first lockdown taken off the board. They're 9-3, followed by the Warriors.
Pour l'instant, je les ai tous passés, donc je sais pas moi.
And coming to you today from Portland, Oregon, on the banks of the beautiful Willamette River. Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. With Brett Berry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. DA, take it away.
Even though Che's been in the league a short time, guys, he's been in the spotlight for quite a while. No surprise that the shoe companies have taken notice. They're looking to capitalize on his notoriety.
Thank you, David. I think we all knew GA, a shoe deal, would be coming his way at some point.
Well, it's the benefit of being a star in college for 4 years. You've established yourself as a household name, and Che's people are leveraging that.
And now the Lakers starting group, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dion Waiters is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Howard in at the 5 spot. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Rodney Hood, and it's Whiteside in at the center, filling out the middle. Trade rumors beginning to swirl now, Brent. Several teams out there trying to add talent, and sometimes it comes at the expense of team chemistry.
It can, and I think teams who are very, very aware of their potential to be into the playoffs are careful to tinker with that. If they know they're going to have an opportunity to play in the postseason, the additions that they have to make, Kevin, they have to understand that that player coming in is great for us, but how is it that that player comes in? Who does it affect in our locker room?
Or they make a trade or don't make a trade because they're worried about team chemistry, how it'll be affected.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But again, I'll go back to an addition sometimes into a locker room with just that talent may affect the talent you already have. And if you're really cognizant of that fact, sometimes not making the deal is the best deal to make.
Outside Rondo. Pass to Davis. The kick out to LeBron from outside the arc. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Now, over time, LeBron James just becomes more and more capable of more things. That time, the jumper goes.
Lillard outside. And the paint shot is good. Lillard's got 5.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Waiters. He had 13 points in the win against the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin. You got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
They get it back. Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Yeah, not easy trying to keep Howard off the offensive boards. He excels at using his muscles and his size to get great positioning.
Whiteside finds McCollum. Now here's Lillard. He's guarded by Waiters. And the jam by Whiteside.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Well, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside for Davis. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Yeah, there's no excuse.
Je reviens après.
Non, je sais pas de faire mon stage en bas.
Allez, désolé. C'était pas trop prévu normalement que quelqu'un débarque comme ça. Et bah voilà. 2 secondes, je règle ça aussi. Hop. Hop, hop. Hop. Allez, on est reparti. Ah oui. Encore faire ça. Bah, ok.
Right there for not covering one of the guys on the floor.
Norkic checked in for Whiteside. Collins comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Trevor Rhys is subbed in for Rodney Hood. And then for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Dion Waiters. And Chase subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
Pourquoi il met diffusion terminée? What? 2 secondes, gros bug, il mettait diffusion terminée. D'accord. Je sais pas.
Well, interesting, the Blazers have done some particular things off the floor for their players, bringing in UV lights into the locker rooms.
Oh non, le son qui recraque, allez. Secondes, oui. On s'en sortira jamais avec ce putain de stream de merde que... Je sais pas comment ça se fait que d'un coup le son il a envie de craquer, mais... Bah, pourtant tout va bien. Je comprends pas là. J'ai bien mis HDMI.
Before the game, it's very much hipster Pacific Northwest. Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
And that one's good, Lillard.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Los Angeles has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. They kick it out to Green. Lakers passing it around. The 3. Gonna go that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. And the foul called on Shea. That's his first foul. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trent's checked in. And then for the Lakers, Morris comes in for Anthony Davis. And Kyle Kuzma's subbed in for LeBron. Lillard, the pass to Collins. Here's Trent, covered by Morris. Down low, here's Lillard. Good, nice job down low. Lillard's got 12 in the game.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Morris outside, on the wing, Green. The teardrop falls in.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And a deep three from Lillard. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 24 seconds left to play here in the first. Tries from the block. And that one hits back iron. For Portland, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Rhys goes in. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Shea passes to Morris. 3 seconds left.
Oh, dommage.
He can't hit that time. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Lakers lead by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomed. He talked about what
A lot of responsibility when things go bad.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
Yeah, I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard.
Faut les tenter,
and taking
mais...
a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets.
Il faut savoir, ne pas les deux.
Could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter. Marquise Morris is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Shea. Then it's Xtadeus, Caldwell Pope. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. Just 5 to shoot. Shea passes to Morris. And that's going to be a travel. So for the Trailblazers, Anthony comes in for Collins. Rodney Hood subbed in for Trevor Ariza. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Murray's checked in. And it's sent back by Morris. Kuzma against Anthony. The 11th.
Bon,
It's hauled in by Trent. And
tiens,
the
hop.
foul called on Shea.
Tire nulle part.
The Lakers trail. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the second quarter. And McGee kicks to Shea. Here's Davis.
Dommage.
And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's Ariza. Kicks it out to McCollum. A three-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. The pass to Green. And here is Davis. He's guarded by McCollum. 8 feet away. Second chance shot. The shot's good from McGee. McGee's got his second bucket of the night.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him.
Genre, il a mis chilling.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
James dishes to Davis. That one's not going to go.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Kevin, thanks.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the completely new group for Los Angeles, are there any players, Brent, you have been surprised with how good they've become?
Well, last year the evolution of Pascal Siakam and what he was able to do in Toronto was just out of nowhere. And what an incredible run he had, being a huge part of getting that team into the NBA Finals for the first time. Canada saw finals basketball, the birthplace of basketball.
The Toronto Huskies, you're right.
Pascal Siakam last year was such a huge.
How about his game one in the finals? Unbelievable.
Tremendous and great confidence, and the way that he can play, Kevin, very difficult to match up against. Shooting threes, transition, long on defense. It'll be interesting to see in the years to come how far Pascal Siakam comes in the league.
Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. JaVale McGee's checked in for Morris. Nobody near Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Los Angeles leading by 6. Lets it fly.
Allez. Comment elle prend d'avance? Enfin, on l'a déjà, mais...
4 and 3-point shots here in the third. Here's Ariza. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Caldwell Pope.
And it's easy to see why a team would want Ariza on their roster. Makes the right decisions, mentors young players, and is well respected throughout the league.
That free throw good from Trevor Ariza.
Known as a defensive specialist for many years, it's the ability for Ariza still to consistently be a threat out there from the three-point line, especially from the corners.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. McCollum's checked in. The Lakers also with a sub. Green's checked in. Ariza hits them both. Los Angeles has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12.
Oh, sérieux?
Shea, no good.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 20 points for Damian Lillard.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
Pass to Kuzma. He kicks it to Caldwell Pope. Kuzma against Ariza. From 10 feet out. Good on the bucket.
And when you give Kuzma that shot, he is going to let it fly. He is so confident in his mid-range.
Lillard left side. McCollum right side. Good. Quick play by Lillard to set it up. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Oh.
Lillard with it. Picked up by Kuzma. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 4 rebounds in this game. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And Kuzma slams it in.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Trent, guarded by Green. Elbow shot is on the way. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Trent.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Outside, Green over Ariza. Again, Los Angeles. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Ça va donner une légère. Léger.
Assist of the game. Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups.
Pourquoi tu me bloques, frère? Je tiens avec moi, tu me bloques. J'étais rentré haut dans le 39.
Shea is out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Howard in at the center position. LeBron takes to Waiters. Back to LeBron. Pass to Howard. Trying to get open is Davis. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup. Davis has got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
Just another example of what makes Anthony Davis such a great rebounder, size and athleticism, but you combine that with his anticipation, and he gets a lot of secondary opportunity.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
James, the pass to Howard.
I mean, you see the shoulders there, right, Kevin? You got to respect the strength that he has on the inside. The D has no choice but to foul him when he's in that deep.
He misses the free throw.
Hard to deny many of the...
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
That's a tip of the cap there, always wanting to take the big shot for his team. Lillard makes more than his fair share.
And the Lakers call time here. They're up by 3. 1:30 left to play in the final quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, LeBron James.
And the decision-making tonight has just been outstanding. If the shot hasn't been there for him, he's just kept the ball moving. And that patience is how he's gotten his field goal percentage to almost 60 here tonight.
And Whiteside sends it back.
As soon as Whiteside positions himself, he just spikes that one way. Like he's playing beach volleyball.
Good defense to Anthony. Over Davis. He gets hauled in by Los Angeles.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Shea high post. Shoots it up.
Vale.
And he overshot that one, missing.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better.
Encore une fois, tête devant.
This game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, Greg, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Et toujours pas.
They get the rebound.
Et toujours
Two
pas.
free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one's on Anthony.
Just awesome aggressiveness by Davis there to force the issue on that shot.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point
Ils
game.
mettent à 3 points Rivière.
Here's Lillard. Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
You got to play mistake-free.
Quick shot there, and it's off target.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
It falls!
Well, with the game's outcome hanging in the balance, Davis does exactly what he needs to do, a gigantic shot from their big man.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're behind by 5. 24 seconds left in the fourth. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He said we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game, we have to take control. This is the time. Kevin.
And so they foul intentionally.
That's his second personal. Fourth team foul. At the line for the Lakers, Dion Waiters. At the line for two.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
Well, we know about him being the 4th overall pick in the draft, and Waiters still trying to find a role on this team.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Three-pointer, Lillard. But they get it back. No one near Whiteside as he lets it go. Portland again missing. And so the Lakers take the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, in the balance late, they what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.
Alright, just heard back from Jeremy. He said he wants a few shots of that injury.
Hey, Jay.
What's up, Don?
Good to see you.
You too, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Jay, good to see you, buddy.
You got an interview later, right?
Yep.
All right.
Alright, so this one.
You guys ready to hammer out this deal?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Here's what they're starting with.
J'en sais rien.
Fantastic. Looking forward to a long...
Qu'est-ce qu'on pourra améliorer? Ah, dommage. Je sais pas du coup, ici je peux pas non plus. Je vais en faire un juste pour voir ce que c'est.
Yo, what's up, man?
Choisis la compétence à travailler.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it, come on. Hey, bust that!
La faute. Je comprends pas. Récupérer le ballon et mettre un panier par-dessus le défenseur. Bah, c'est ce que je fais. Là, il est pas au-dessus peut-être? Ouais, évidemment, il est pas dedans. Mais... Ah, je dois le passer. Je tente les 3 points, moi. Nope. Et s'il y a quelqu'un qui sait pour les trop tôt, trop tard, je prends parce que c'est tout le temps trop tôt, tout le temps trop tard.
Bring it in, everyone. Before we get started, I want to introduce you to a special guest, Kobe Bryant. He'll be here observing with the coaching staff today, so let's put in a strong effort and show him how we do things around here. If we want to be a winning team, we really need to shoot better than we have. Coaches, set up the drill. Let's get it, fellas.
Alors, tir chronométré, 3 points avec équipier. Avec votre partenaire, tirez à 3 points chacun à votre tour dans n'importe quel endroit du terrain. Après votre tir, reprenez votre rebond et faites le pass à votre partenaire. Vous avez 2 minutes pour marquer le plus de points possible. Action consécutive réussie, plus 5. Ok. Ben voilà. Fais la passe. Oh. Oh, il est meilleur. Ouais, mais moi, il ira tout un serpent de merde.
You'll get the next one.
Nope. Ah ben il va l'avoir. Hop. Et 14. C'est plus lui que moi, mais voilà. Bah ouais, d'accord.
There we go. Okay, let's move on to the next drill.
Confrontation défense à l'aise. 1 contre 1 depuis l'aile, votre adversaire a 16 secondes pour marquer. Les stops sont récompensés d'un point supplémentaire par niveau franchi. J'ai pas compris. C'est quoi l'aile? Ah, je dois défendre quoi. Ok. Ah là. Pareil. La défense faudra bosser parce que putain. Voilà. Voilà. Hop.
One more.
Ouais, je me suis fait surprendre. C'est dur de ouf. Là, t'as même pas le temps, ils vont trop vite. Hop. Ah ouais, en fait, c'était dans mon intérêt de faire... de faire les entraînements. J'ai pas vraiment le choix. Allez, qu'est-ce que je fais?
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Ah, c'est triangle ici. Merde, qu'est-ce que je fais? Je savais pas que c'était comme ça. Nope. Okay. Allez. Putain, c'est chaud ça. Le marquage, je suis en plein milieu devant lui. Ah, là, j'ai même pas sauté du tout. Ah, 58. Ah, c'est trop dur. C'est beaucoup trop dur la défense.
Good to see someone who values the mid-range game. Now let's see how this works.
Dommage. Nope. Ça, bon bah je peux pas le faire hors stream, c'est ça. On peut s'entraîner au tir aussi. Autant la ramasser moi-même parce que mettre 20 minutes à la ramasser dessus. Je sais pas si elle est dedans. Désolé, je teste un peu. Oh, c'est bien, ça leur tire plus souvent. Donc ça, à mon avis. Non. Oh, ça aussi c'est bien. Non, je vais mettre ça plutôt. Petit 292. Il me reste 100 tout juste. Hop.
By the Warriors and Mavs, so really those top 5 teams all have hot rookies on their team.
The teams have been competing all season. We're about to enter the tournament.
Ça va vite, je pensais que ça ferait des 50 ans faire comme un match.
Vegas last year, we tried out archetype bans for the first time, so each team got to ban one of the archetypes in the league. We have upped the ante, so you can have multiple bans throughout a 3-game series. So you talk about 40 archetypes in the league.
Pourquoi on m'entend moins bien que cette merde? C'est mon casque.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Los Angeles Lakers at Staples Center. Taking a look at the Lakers, they've gone 4-1 over the last 5.
The Lakers coming through the tunnel with swagger. This looks like a team that's all set to go to work here at home. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The view high above our broadcast location tonight, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Hello fans, welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday night action right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, if you ask Carl Anthony...
Terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Russell.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. They've got Towns. Beasley is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Turner. And it's Johnson in at the 4 slot. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis.
Prochain entraînement encore les défenses.
It's easier now than it was when I played. I mean, we had commercial flights and 6 a.m. flights. These guys now actually have charter services. Heck, I often think that the guys before me had it much worse than I did. So it's all relative. But clearly, it's hard, it's demanding, but they also have the very best of care in getting to and from the cities across the league.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
Lakers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor, something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Oops.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And one thing the Wolves have done well over the past few seasons, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, you know, they squeeze it well. Low turnovers can be a double-edged sword, though. If you don't make many mistakes, maybe you're not being aggressive enough.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James, and it's Green in for Dion Waiters. Pass to Towns. Shoots over McGee. Towns, no luck. The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one after the win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Here's Davis, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. There's the foul. That's against Minnesota. He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
D'Angelo Russell's checked in for the Timberwolves. And both free throws good for Davis.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Russell passes to Culver. Here's the floater. And he lays it up and in. Culver's got his second bucket of the night.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Towns against McGee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Whistle blows if that's going to be a travel. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 13-4 run. The feed to Davis. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. To the inside. Here's Culver. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Shea inside. Kuzma outside. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And McGee kicks to Shea. Kuzma passes to Davis. Beyond the arc.
Dommage.
Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again...
He's Sean.
How about that?
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for Los Angeles. Between his points and his
Cette égalité.
All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played.
On his coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Minnesota, we've got D'Angelo Russell. Culver out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's a Kogi in at the shooting guard position. He's off on the first.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, three-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Murray's checked in for Davis, and it's Caldwell Pope in for Green. And Towns, the bucket on the assist by Russell. Towns has got the lead up to 2 now for Minnesota.
Orchestrating the offense like a vet. D'Angelo getting everybody involved.
And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school, and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA-level stuff.
LeBron, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Minnesota also making some changes. Omari Spellman has come in for Karl Anthony Towns. Johnson comes in for Hernan Gomez. And Turner's subbed in for Russell. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do with the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Weight room muscle on display there, James. Even when he gets hit, he can still score.
And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter.
One second left. And so it's Los Angeles, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Carl,
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. There wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2?
And it's Howard in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the Laker 5. Towns against Howard. Russell dishes to Turner, and the foul called on Shea. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Towns. He's got 7. Outside Turner. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Beasley. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Waiters. And here we go with Waiters. Running it up the court. And Shea gets it to go on the assist by Waiters. Waiters got 3 assists now in this one. Timberwolves trail by 20.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. 11 feet away, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
The Timberwolves have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Howard against Towns. Beasley outside. Wide open look. Rebounded by the Lakers. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
No good on that one.
You look at LeBron James, he's truly a remarkable talent, and every season he seems to add something else to his game. It's been fun watching him, and I'm not sure how much longer we're going to see him at this level.
Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Davis. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Omari Spellman has come in for Johnson. Hernan Gomez comes in for Turner. Okogie's checked in for Malik Beasley. And Culver's subbed in for Russell. Low block shot, and Towns finishes inside. Towns has got 9.
Boy, he can really punish you inside. I mean, Towns has the size and the move, which make him hard to handle in and around the paint. You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Kuzma passes to Che. Waiters outside. Here's James, and the dunk by James.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
Timberwolves trailed by 21. There's the pass to Hernan Gomez. Kicks it to Culver. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Jay.
Oh là là, quel passant.
Can't get it to fall. Minnesota's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Hernan Gomez passes to Culver. No good on that one. Kuzma with the defensive effort. 4 seconds separating the shot and game blocks, and finished off by LeBron.
And you know, you come to expect this type of play from
Et de rien, ouais.
He's relentless.
C'est parce qu'il sait pas me dire. C'est parce qu'il sait pas me dire merci, sinon il dirait de rien. Je t'emmerde, moi.
And he finishes nicely on the layup. Shay's got 4 this quarter.
Là, qu'est-ce que je fous là? À chaque fois que je tank Raven à son poste.
Now Culver, 8 points for him.
Hop. Tiens, cadeau. Qu'est-ce que tu veux?
And it's the Lakers on the break. Kuzma with the ball. And Kuzma slams it in.
You got to keep Kuzma in front of you, especially in transition. Once he gets behind you, it's done.
And so it's Los Angeles, rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has
Ben ouais, il m'a déjà sauvé quelques matchs, donc faut lui dire merci.
After this word. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Culver out there with Evans, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4-man position. And McGee kicks to
Comment tu
Green.
fais pour avoir une interception à chaque fois que tu fais carré?
6 to shoot.
Je sais pas, parce que avant que je le faisais, bah, il me disait tout en faute. Mais en vrai, j'ai fait les entraînements et la défense est tout bordel là. Et je sais pas, je fais un seul entraînement et puis depuis, bah, il fait déjà moins de fautes. Bon, après, des fois, je les rentre dedans parce que bah, ça joue pas, quoi. Clairement, ça prend 20 minutes à jouer.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. A lot of smart guys playing in the NBA right now, Clark. Any that you spot that could be a great future head coach in this game?
There are so many of them, Kevin, when you spend time around guys and watch how they carry themselves on the court. Usually you look at point guards because they're quarterbacks and coaches on the floor in many cases. CP3, I don't know if he has a desire to coach, but he certainly talks and feels the game as a coach.
Et ouais. Ils vont mieux faire les entraînements, ouais. Juste pour améliorer la défense parce que c'est abusé.
To the paint. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, rising up well to finish off the dunk with power. Tremendous athleticism by
Non, c'est déjà le deuxième. J'avais fait un premier perso qui était nul à chier. J'ai jamais vu aussi nul à chier. Même moi, en vrai, je suis plus fort que lui. Et genre, il faisait pas une passe, il faisait pas un tir, il réussissait pas un truc.
McGee's got 5 rebounds tonight. Passes it to Murray.
En gros, il y a une personne qui est passée sur le chat qui m'a dit ouais, t'as fait de la merde. Donc on va refaire ça vite fait. On a fait ça 10 minutes, un quart d'heure, on va dire. Et après, j'ai relancé une carrière. C'était un peu mieux. Puis il fallait augmenter les stats, faire les entraînements. C'est déjà mieux qu'avant. Marque plus de paniers, fait plus de meilleures passes.
And that one drops. And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Caldwell Pope outside. Now the pass to Murray. We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes they go across the line in interacting with players.
Tu dois avoir 72, je crois. 72 si je me trompe pas. Je sais plus.
But I think security and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Je sais pas si déjà en France il dit 72. Bon, ça rien. Je sais pas si tu viens de nous, donc je préfère faire les deux. Ah bah ouais, j'y suis encore loin, d'accord. Bah ouais, normalement ça doit arracher. Hein. Je dois regarder juste, c'est pour un entraînement pour les dribbles, parce que là...
Evans right side and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the young Timberwolves head coach Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders.
What, t'as 4 joueurs à 99? Tu shootes de ton panier là-dedans,
Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level, the late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding.
Bah au début je les faisais pas, tu vois. Et puis il y a un type, il est passé, il m'a dit ouais, fais des entraînements, ça augmente tes trucs.
Alex Caruso comes in for Xtadeus Caldwell-Pope, and Chase subbed in for Green. D'Angelo Russell's checked in for the Timberwolves. And both free throws good for Evans. Clark, we've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done.
Bah, je pensais aussi que c'était une perte de temps, puis quand on m'a dit ça augmente tes insignes ou je sais plus trop quoi là, les genres de patchs que tu peux mettre. Ouais, voilà, c'est ça.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
You know, early in his career, there were questions surrounding D'Angelo Russell's maturity, and understandably so, that's the case with most young players. But of late, in his case, his improvement as a player and his growth as a person is impressive.
Here's Morris. Shea left side. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Tu veux qu'on agrandisse le terrain? Ah ouais, bah qu'on match. Ouais, d'accord. Ouais, bah ça on me l'a pas dit par contre.
Minnesota shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field.
And one team is just completely outclassing.
Allez, joue, moi je te rentre dedans.
Performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water.
Même pour finir homme du match, c'est chaud.
Was put on display here today.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And had significant points in this game. They just stayed committed to their
Merci pour le follow, Matthias. Bienvenue chez Kazu.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Anthony Davis.
He was really important under the basket.
Tu verras, on a plusieurs à streamer, il y a plusieurs jeux. Tu peux retrouver du FIFA, de la simulation, n'importe quoi. Il y a même du mix et tout. Vas-y, à la prochaine, c'était cool. Merci d'être passé en tout cas.
I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Caruso, the pass to Che. Here is McGee. So
et voilà,
Los Angeles
je vais passer le taille.
This game
Ah, je
may not have been the most
kiffe.
exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well.
On dirait que j'augmente le son de ma voix parce qu'on ne m'entend pas trop.
For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports, and we'll see you next time.
Et il y a du note C, on passe à B, hein. C'est pas dégueulasse.
You're listening to Hank the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex. Back in a bit for more on your Los Angeles Lakers.
Xta. Salut Mathias. Flip! Et ça, tu te caches!
Hey, what's up, Coach?
Hey, Che, have a seat. I just wanted to let you know that we're all really happy with the way that you're developing. It's coming along.
Hey, I appreciate that, Coach. Means a lot.
At this point, we think you could be a starter.
Wait, for real? A starter?
We ain't just gonna give it to you. Right? You gotta keep working, and then if the game keeps evolving, it's there.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, whatever's best for the team, you know, I'm just here to help us win.
Don't let up. Right? Every day, every game is an opportunity.
Most definitely.
Titulaire, c'est chaud.
See you practice.
All right, cool.
Go get some
Ah, on
rest.
m'a pas demandé
Will
mon
do.
avis. Je pouvais pas choisir, genre, débuter directement titulaire ou laisser encore la place aux autres un peu. J'ai 700. Oh putain, 300 pour les contres. Hop, déjà on va augmenter 2 en interception. C'est trop cher. C'est trop cher. Waouh, 1000. Si j'en passe, j'ai pas assez. Je vais le laisser un... Hop, entraînement collectif. Qu'est-ce que vous faites de bon là, vous deux? Allez, on reprend l'entraînement. Vaut mieux, vraiment vaut mieux. Hey, tu bosses quoi? Écoute. Voilà. On va bosser la def encore. Je vais regarder. Ah, il y a des difficultés. Là, il y a un facile. Je préfère prendre les faciles. Protéger rebond, prendre de rebond, d'accord? Ah. Il faut regarder. Hein, parce que... Hop. Ah, je suis trop loin en fait. Genre, je l'ai pas quoi. Carrément, celui qui l'a eu, tu sais. Genre, je l'ai là. Voilà. La même, celui qui l'a eu. Je suis obligé d'aller chercher. Pourquoi j'ai pas sauté, ce trou du cul? Je pensais que j'allais l'avoir, mais non. J'aurais dû sauter. Chat. Je l'aurais pas trop loin. Le son de quoi?
Good to know that you understand there's more to this game than offense. Let's work on that defense today.
Je comprends pas à quoi ça me sert. Le son de quoi? ça marche pas. Ça a pas marché. Bon, allez, on recommence. Et c'est chaud. Hein. J'ai pas compris, j'ai réessayé une fois. Tiens. Ah, le son du jeu. Attends, je finis cet exercice là. Mais en dedans. Ok, pas compris. Des fois ça marche, mais... Bim. Ah, attends. Elle saut du jeu. Je l'ai mis un peu plus fort. C'est quoi les difficiles?
Good to know that you understand there's more to this game than offense. Let's work on that defense today.
Dix tentatives pour essayer de rattraper le porteur du ballon. D'accord. Ah, il est où? Oh. Ah ouais. Ah ouais, d'accord. Le mec est... Putain. Oh non, ça va être impossible. C'est rapide par rapport à moi. Ouais, non, c'est beaucoup trop rapide par rapport à moi.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Bim. Ça passe celui-là. Je fais un peu de tir de loin parce que j'ai remarqué que les 3 pas aussi il avait du mal, donc non. Mais j'arrive pas à savoir combien... Putain, tourne-toi, tourne-toi. Oh là là.
What you got going on today?
Et rebim. Il a mis 3-4 d'affilée là, il est chaud. Go. Petit pont. Hey. Merci frère. Ouf, trop fort, ouais. Allez, je fais encore un ou deux. C'est mon ballon. Il faut vraiment aller presque jusqu'à la fin quoi, mais pas trop à fond. Alors, hop, et dedans. Non. Allez, on est reparti pour un match.
League, you could have possibly up to 6 archetype bands. So you talk about a player like Kenny got work. There's only really 2 or 3 meta archetypes at the point guard. Will, by the time you get to game 3, all those archetypes be over, and maybe you've eliminated someone who is averaging 30 points a game to just being a playmaker. So we should have some interesting play. And oh, by the way, there's 160K on the line.
What's going on with Lakers gaming and Celtics gaming at the bottom of the barrel, man? What's going on with these two franchises?
For the Lakers, I think they had a bad draft their first season, so they finally have a point guard. They still don't really have a true center on their team. I think in next year's draft, if they can bring a center in, they're going to be really competitive. I look for both those.
Coming up next, the Magic taking on the Lakers. For the Magic, as they enter midseason, they are right on the line in that 8th position.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And coming up for you shortly, it is the Los Angeles Lakers in action against the Magic in Orlando. Checking out the Magic,
maintenant c'est
these
ma
guys
gueule
are
qu'on
playing
entend.
good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight. And the Lakers...
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. Hey, Dave.
More than 40 years ago, the Oscar Robertson rule ushered in the new era of free agency in the NBA. In the last decade, players have taken personal agent.
It is indeed, DA. Thank you. And a look at the recent power rankings. Some interesting stories here in the early part of December. You look at Orlando. They're still riding with the middle of the pack, but trending upward.
And when you look at Los Angeles, they're just right now outperforming those preseason
Bah non, vu qu'il faut
predictions.
seulement
And
appuyer
that's
sur le
because
bouton, t'es
they're
pas
getting
crevé.
help from some unlikely sources.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Rajon Rondo is out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Howard in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Orlando. And the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Markel Fultz. And it's Isaac in at the small forward position.
Après, si tu veux reprendre le live, bah, t'as qu'à me dire, t'inquiète.
There are always big surprises, some things that come out of the blue, but boy, they're fun to watch.
We tend to use that word expert lightly because you never know, despite collections of talent, who's going to work well together, who develops their chemistries, what injuries play a part in a particular season, are there mid-season trades that sort of maybe change the chemistry and the makeup of a particular roster. So listen, predictions, take them with a grain of salt. You never know how an NBA season might play out.
And that's why we love the regular season so much. Long, yes, but so many different twists and turns along the way.
No doubt.
Nice shot by James. James has got 5.
Et toi, qu'est-ce que tu fous depuis tout à l'heure? Mais je te parlais, je te posais des questions, tu m'en as répondu.
Now here's Fultz. He's covered by Rondo.
Ah, rien de spécial de prévu aujourd'hui, normalement.
It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, they put the defense on them. Aggressive,
intimidating. Peut-être rechercher 2-3 affaires pour la pêche. Je pense qu'on va aller dimanche avec mon vieux, on verra comment ça se passe. Soit samedi ou soit dimanche, mais à Skip, dimanche il va faire dégueulasse, donc je sais pas, on verra bien. Après-midi, bouffer, après chez nous.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Back to James. Inside. Fader on the way. Again, Los Angeles.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4.
Ouais, hein. En papillote, en direct. Des fois, quand je fais barbecue, j'en fais 1 ou 2 en papillote. Hop. Ça au barbecue. Oh là là. Non, on va à Givry. Ou je vais à Givry. Ou je vais à la Teignère. En France. Ou quand parfois je vais chez mon frère, mais là c'est carrément à Liège, donc c'est un peu plus loin. Mais le plus proche de chez moi c'est Givry, ouais, moi genre 20 minutes, une demi-heure. Et la France, bah c'est à la Teignère. Je sais pas c'est trop. Normalement ça c'est début du mois prochain. Qu'on va là, on va le truc à Teignère. Voilà.
Now Howard. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And he's good on the 3 ball. 10 points for LeBron.
Sinon pas loin, ouais, j'ai un temps, mais c'est des cartes. C'est là que je vais pêcher le plus souvent. Ah non, j'en ai 2 pas loin de chez moi, genre ils sont à 5 minutes en voiture, je suis là. Et là c'est que des cartes.
Well, a year ago there was a big gap in talent between the 2 teams, but changes are always made, and we'll see how
il manque des jeux de simulation de pêche.
Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Ross comes in for Jonathan Isaac. Michael Carter-Williams checked in for Evan Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markel Fultz. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul.
Ouais, mais ils sont pas terribles, quoi. Je sais bien, il y a Eurofishing là, sur le store là, gratuit. Fishing Simulator, je sais plus c'est lequel. Je sais bien, je jouais. Non, non, c'est un autre truc. Russian Fishing, il est payant. Je vais aller l'aider.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Morris outside for the three.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Shea, no good. Now in his 6th season. Oh, that was something else.
He's one of maybe two
Mettre du
guys
fric dans des jeux de pêche autant aller à la
kind of
pêche.
jam. Ross has so many dunks at his disposal.
Ah là là.
And the 10-foot shot
C'est
is a
tir
miss
de
from
près,
Shea.
c'est tir de près, vieux.
Here is Ross. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the
Et toi,
call
tu vas
with
le
the
pêche.
foul. And Kyle Kuzma, a late pick in the
Ah bah ouais, tu m'as déjà dit que
2017
t'allais le
draft,
pêche.
but he's shown that he's as strong a prospect as any.
Yeah, flew under the radar as a prospect, but came in with a very refined game and was an impact player early on. Has already started to expand
Je me
his
demande ce que je vais
game.
manger.
Should see an even bigger role
Il n'y a
as
rien,
he
donc
develops
je
as a player.
comprends pas. On verra.
That one is off. And he sinks the second. There's 31 seconds
Et
left
ouais,
in the first quarter.
et ouais.
Augustine looking around. McGee with the block. To the middle. And Shea with the basket on the assist from Green.
Well, credit Shea's focus, right? He gets hit on the play, no whistle. Some guys would have stopped to complain.
Augustine passes to Gordon. Buries the long-range jumper.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Here's McGee. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
Oh non, fin
And
de
so
truc.
it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles
Je reviens, je
Lakers.
vois si c'est un
He got
truc
into double
des-
digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Here we go now.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what
Y'a
are your
que
thoughts?
dalle.
Came into this game with the mindset
Bah ça dépend en fait. Quand c'est à la truite, c'est plus ou moins une fois tous les. À quand il fait bon.
And a chance here
Souvent tous les
presented by
mois.
Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up
Ou
and
sinon,
ready to go for the start
à
of the
l'écart
second
pour moi
quarter.
souvent parce que
On the
c'est
court
dur
for
à marcher.
Orlando, Gordon and Bumba, the combo inside. DJ Augustine out there with
Et à
Michael
la
Carter
carte, on
Williams.
était
And it's Ross in at the three. All right, let's
pendant une
catch up with
semaine.
our
Je crois
sideline
qu'on a
reporter,
fait
David Alderman.
Well, Kevin, last
2
season,
fois
the Magic
semaine.
broke a 6-season playoff drought. Nick Vucevic was
Ici,
the franchise's
mon vieux,
first
il était
All-Star
en
in
congé,
7
on était
seasons. It's been
de
a
mardi,
long rebuild from the
de
Dwight
mercredi,
Howard era. We'll see where
et
the
encore
team
une
goes
fois
from
après,
here,
donc
but
ça fait
Kevin,
3 fois
they're
pendant la
happy
semaine où il
just
a
to
fait
play
congé.
games that
Donc
matter
ça fait
night
pas.
in and night out.
All right, thank you very much, David. A chance now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
Ouais, on se lève à 5h, 5-6 heures, comme déjeuner et tout, parce qu'après le temps il ouvre à 5h30.
And it's just been tough in the East this year. Kevin, so many guys are having huge seasons. Even getting near the top 10 is impressive.
Bah ouais, c'est ce que je cherche aussi, un bon jeu de pêche, mais le problème avec les jeux de pêche, c'est que c'est toujours à canne à lancer. T'as pas genre un jeu qui va se dire, bah en fait, les gens de maintenant, ils pêchent avec des stations, des cannes au cou, non. C'est que de la canne à lancer, c'est un peu con, je trouve. Ça aurait été bien de faire comme en Auré, tu vois.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope. Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called plus sixes into
Oh.
the new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well,
Ouais,
one of the
c'est
things you like to
un
have
bon
in a
passe-temps.
defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
Los Angeles leading by 9. Kicks it out the chain. Lets it go. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't
Même un
the offense.
bon jeu de simulation de camion, putain. Un autre truc que Eurotruck. Eurotruck il est bien fort, c'est bon.
LeBron comes in for Murray. Here's Vucevic. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. To the left side wing. Fultz kicks to Isaac. Shot clock at 6. Steps back and fires. Good on that shot, and with that, the
Ouais, non, c'est pareil que Eurotruck. C'est la même chose, à part que t'es en Amérique.
Nice passing here by Los Angeles.
Je trouve que c'est chiant, c'est parce que ça fait vite, tu vois. 2-3 hasards, 2-3 trucs, c'est tout.
James, the bounce pass. They get it again. Davis. And the layup is good. Davis has got his second basket.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside Fournier. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Chaque fois qu'il voit un fil dépasser, il saute dessus.
Well, you think about the solid first year Steve Clifford had coaching the Orlando Magic. This team had a solid season with a great leap on the defensive end of the floor. Clifford once again showing he is a great defensive mind in the NBA coaching ranks.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
Il va encore sortir des énièmes Battle Royale. Des trucs qui se ressemblent.
His teams have been really solid on the defensive end of the floor. They limit turnovers and second chance points, get back in transition, build the wall. It's becoming his calling card as a coach.
Battle Royale, laisse tomber, on a eu quoi? On a eu Fortnite. Après, ah non, même pas. Bien avant, on a eu H1Z1. Après, on a eu Player Machin, leur PUBG. Là-dessus, après, on a eu Fortnite. Après, il y a quoi qui est sorti après Fortnite? Il y a eu Valorant. Après Valorant, il y a eu Hyperskate. Et maintenant, c'est encore un autre. Je sais déjà plus le nom. Tiens, en train
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
Fultz the pass to Fournier.
Bon, moi non plus, tu vois, moi je joue plus. Warzone, je joue plus déjà. Ah ouais, il y a eu la Warzone. Putain. Donc ça fait trop, ça. Bon, en tout cas, dans les jeux du monde, on a été bien servi. On a eu le NBA là, qui est vraiment bon. On a eu le Tomb Raider que j'ai déjà fini aussi, il était vraiment bon aussi. Et voilà. Par contre, ce mois-ci, en jeu du mois, on va avoir la campagne de Modern Warfare 2. Voilà, remaster. Je vais peut-être la prendre pour essayer de la faire, mais voilà quoi, pas terrible. Et on va avoir un jeu chelou, je sais même plus comment ça s'appelle. Mais tout le monde y joue pour l'instant sur Twitch. Je sais pas ce qu'il y a avec ce jeu.
three-point range, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back.
La dernière fois, je regardais la truc chez Xbox, une conférence chez Xbox. Ils montraient les futurs jeux qui allaient sortir, tu vois, pour leur série de nouvelle Xbox. Et tu vois, ils ont montré direct Forza, le nouveau Forza qui va sortir, qui sera sûrement un motorsport vu le gameplay, vu les graphismes. Et genre je me suis dit, nous en PS4 on n'a pas ça. Pourquoi on n'a pas des jeux de bagnole comme ça, j'en sais rien. Ouais, on a les Need for Speed, mais une fois que tu l'as fini, en vrai Need for Speed, tu peux le revendre. Tu peux jouer en ligne, mais
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be.
Donc ouais, même des jeux de bagnole, il n'y a plus rien qui sort. Même avant, tu peux regarder, t'avais des genres de jeux de skate, de skateboard qui sortaient. T'avais même des jeux de tennis, et maintenant t'as plus rien. Il reste le foot, le basket, le rugby, le truc sur la glace là, le hockey sur glace. Et c'est tout. Si je dis pas de conneries, c'est tout. Ah non, et le handball qui est sorti aussi. Ouais, sur Steam, sur PC, non, moi je te parle sur PS4, on n'a plus rien. C'est complètement affreux quoi. Ouais, l'UFC aussi, mais ça devient quand même déjà plus rare l'UFC. Jeux de boxe, ça sort plus. Hein. Pourtant c'était une tuerie les jeux de boxe qu'il y avait dans le temps. Putain, je l'avais séché moi. Un bon jeu de boxe là. Putain, tu peux foutre la gueule sur la gueule de l'autre. En ligne là, tu sais. Putain. Ou tu peux faire ton boxeur, hop, tu mets sur la gueule des autres. Parce que l'UFC c'est un peu... c'est du combat à terre, c'est chiant. Enfin moi j'aime pas tellement, je regarde parfois mais... Après je zappe parce que... non. C'est bien et tout, à un moment donné, non, c'est bien.
This is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right.
And his defense, so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort, you see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
And they get one. Now, 1 of 5 here.
Moi, ce que je trouve quand même abusé, c'est qu'ils sortent pas un GTA 6, tu vois. Ils vont attendre que c'est la prochaine console dans 50 ans. Parce qu'ils sont malins. Ils sortent la PS5. Ouais, avec GTA 5, ouais, remastered. Enfin, remastered non, avec les, genre, les graphismes de la console. Bam, de faute. Donc moi, ce que j'aurais fait... En plus, on le sait que le jeu il est fini. Il y a eu des maps qui ont été vues. Ouais, enfin bref, c'est dommage parce que ça aurait été bien. Ça aurait fait plaisir un GTA 6, mais non.
A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Il va falloir attendre 18 ans pour l'avoir.
to Vucevic, to the inside, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Well, you can see why his teammates love playing with him. Vucevic willing to find the open guy.
The tray, and Davis with
Acheter
the
le rebond
basket on the
KO.
assist by Chase. And that's 12 points for Anthony Davis.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here.
Ça m'a fait
Continue to
rire à la
get the ball to guys
conférence.
who can
Je
do
sais plus
something
quoi.
with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is
Tu vois le
never
logo
over,
Rockstar,
so
tout le monde
you've
se
got
fait.
to
J'étais
continue to
assis. Non.
score, continue to build
Pas du
your
tout.
lead.
J'étais assis.
That's good.
When the mid-range is working for Terrence Ross, he's going to create problems. It's just a matter of can he do it consistently, Kev. I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but
Oui,
his
ils
teammates,
annonçaient de
boy,
nouveaux
have they come
braquages, de
through.
nouvelles missions.
Kicks it to Augustine.
Wow.
And
Ce
the pass to
sera
Carter
déjà ça.
Williams.
Moi j'ai pu jouer à GTA depuis.
Pocket 6. Passes it to Augustine.
Ah,
And the
dommage.
foul called on Shea. That's foul number 2 for him.
Et
Marquise
pourtant
Morris
j'ai
is checked in
le.
for the Lakers.
J'ai le PS4 et le PC.
Five on the clock. McGee with the block. Now here's Green. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Oh,
The
mais
quick
là.
look, no good that time.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is
Ah,
trying
je dis,
to
je l'ai
work
sur
his way
PC,
out of
mon
it,
GTA
and it
5
might
aussi.
be
Je l'ai sur
better for him
PS4
to
et PC.
pass the basketball at this point.
Back to Kuzma. He kicks it to McGee. On the wing, Che.
Ah, allez.
From outside,
Large,
off
hein.
the mark. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Lakers lead by 17. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean,
J'ai même
showing us
essayé
why
Fortnite,
they're
moi sur
always
PC.
in good
Ouais,
hands
c'est injouable.
when he's the
Non,
man in
laisse tomber.
charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard.
Je
Survey
préfère
the
jouer à la
floor,
console.
serve it up on time and on target.
Ce qui me reste sur mon PC, c'est le Farming Simulator. Enfin, qui est désinstallé, mais je l'ai. Sinon, ouais, Fortnite, les 16 goûts,
Fournier and
pour
Ross,
dalle.
they're the wings. Isaac out there with Gordon, and it's Fultz in at the one spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here's James, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. There's the call.
Non, hein, c'était avec Rhys que t'as joué à Farming Simulator. Moi je l'avais pas encore. Tu me disais, ouais, achète-le. Je te disais, je vais l'acheter sur PS4, c'est chaud quoi. Et après ils l'ont fait gratuit. J'ai vu ça sur 10 laps. Ouais. Mais moi je l'avais vu sur le site 10 laps, c'est un truc que tu peux avoir des coupons de réduction et des bazars, et là-dessus ils avaient mis Farming 19 gratuit.
Young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen.
Well,
Ouais, bah ouais. C'est un bon site, ouais, j'y vais souvent aussi pour voir les trucs qu'il y a. Enfin, moi je suis team pauvre, hein, je vais que dans les trucs
The
gratuits.
Lakers
mais-
also changing it up. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Marquise Morris. Davis comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Chase subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Carter Williams against Waiters. Isaac with the ball. Ross in the corner. Gordon trying to break loose. No good from Ross. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's Davis. Kicks it out to Che.
Boom!
That's in there. Davis with the assist.
well, zero hesitation from Shea right there. Rise and
Il joue
fire
souvent,
with
ouais.
authority.
The Magic trail by 21.
Ouais, me dis pas qu'il est en promo.
Fultz looking around. 8 feet away.
Wow.
Yep, that one goes.
And how about the terrific
Ah, tu m'as
use
fait
of the
peur. Ah, tu m'as
crossover
fait
there
peur.
to just throw the defender
Ouais, ça va alors,
off balance.
tranquille.
at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Launches it.
Ah, dommage.
Rebounded by Isaac.
Il est repassé à 130 balles. Enfin, 127,2, moi, j'arrondis.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Lakers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
Je suis trop petit, frère.
Excellent rebounding teams, and it was
Comme
a
ça,
tough
monter
battle
camp.
underneath all game.
On attendra du coup.
And I think
Bon, ça va
ultimately
revenir,
that
hein, ça
earned
revient
the
très
W.
vite.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the
De toute façon, si
sweep
c'est pas
the next
celui-là, ce
time
sera
they
sûrement
face
un
off.
autre. Parce que...
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Davis.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in, and if it didn't,
Mais les mix
everyone was
maintenant
surprised.
sur Twitch, ça va passer avec les droits d'auteur, tout ça?
Poke loose.
C'est ce que je me posais la
36
question l'autre
seconds
fois.
left in the game.
Parce que déjà
Now,
les jeux,
here's
les
Fultz.
sons dans les jeux,
By Jay.
je sais pas de ça.
Pastor Carter Williams. From beyond the arc. Excellent D there from Waiters. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Sérieux.
On the wing, Che takes a three. It's rebounded by Fultz. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and this is Kevin Harlan saying,
Ouais, je vois.
we'll see you later.
Attends, je reviens.
What a great guy. I love having him on the show.
Strong agree. We should have him on more often.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to
Yes,
James
I will.
after the show. I'm sure he can make that
Oh,
happen.
yeah. Book it and cook it, Hank.
Je vais pisser, je reviens. Ouais, c'est bon, je suis là. Il est pris à chips parce que je commence à crever la dalle. Xtadeus qui travaille la nuit aujourd'hui. Putain, ça fait 3h20 qu'on stream. Putain. C'est chaud. Oui, qui ose m'envoyer animer là? Non, ok. Pas grave. Il est toujours à 72. Hein. Déjà. Plus assez. Ouais. J'ai mis le chat dehors, ce qui me casse les couilles.
How's it going?
Bon, on va retravailler toujours autant ce qu'on sait pas travailler, c'est-à-dire la défense. Enfin, c'est pas qu'on sait pas la travailler, c'est que bah malheureusement.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Ah mais c'est comme tantôt le rebond. Oh, je l'ai pas. Ouais, je me mets derrière. Là.
Let's go.
Putain le bâtard. Enfoiré. Ouais. J'avoue, je vais le chercher. J'en ai rien à foutre.
All right, everyone, bring it in. Great game last night. One of the best I've been a part of. Let's keep that focus and energy going in today's practice. Aim to be great. Today,
en fait, il y a juste quelques trucs qui doivent améliorer. C'est ce tir de près. Attends, je parle, on verra après. Donc ces tirs de près, je dois les améliorer. Enfin, à mi-distance, j'ai envie de dire. Et après, bah, c'est la défense. Hein. Parce que les tirs de loin, c'est une fois sur deux, ça rentre, ça va. Alors ici, 3 équipes de 3 joueurs terrain entier. Les équipes tournent à chaque changement de possession. Si vous marquez ou interceptez un ballon, vous restez sur le terrain. La première équipe à 5 points gagne. D'accord. C'est ce que j'allais dire, c'est dommage qu'il n'y avait pas d'entraînement en équipe, mais apparemment si. Donc je suis pas pour rien. sens qu'on va perdre. Je sais pas pourquoi. Je sais même pas qui chien. Bam. Bim. Il est chaud. Il est chaud, putain. Dommage. Et toi, tu joues pas avec Xtadeus à ton virus là? Oh, 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 oh. J'ai beaucoup de jeux à faire en live, beaucoup d'histoires, c'est-à-dire beaucoup d'histoires. T'as Mad Max à finir, ça ouais, je sais. Ouais. The Walking Dead. Je pense que je l'ai fait. C'est du jeu chelou dans le genre de manga.
Way to work! Now let's get started on this next exercise.
Just like that.
font jamais ça en match. En match, c'est des daubes. Et en entraînement, ils font ça.
Way to finish strong, guys. Make sure you get some shots up before you get out of here.
Bon bah là, 0 partout. Ah, défense un petit peu. Allez, on est reparti. Et c'est quand que tu l'as, Xta? Après-midi?
For both those teams to bounce back in Season 4.
Scott Cole, thank you for joining 2K TV. We will check back in with you for all the latest NBA 2K League action right here.
If you're looking to explore more of NBA 2K20 this summer, it's never too late to jump into my team. Real quick, we're going to make sure your player cards
Il va découvrir quoi comme
their
jeu?
best in your lineup. Now, if you've noticed a star on your player's card, check out the card evolution menu. Here you can see all of your evolution cards and how to evolve them. These cards will improve as you complete the requirements listed. Some cards evolve to top-tier Galaxy Opals, so make sure you check here often as you add to your collection. If you've noticed a pair of players on your card, this means they have a dynamic duo. When a dynamic duo is on the court at the same time, both cards will receive a boost to their attributes and badges. But once one player gets subbed out, that boost is lost. So strategize and take advantage of these boosts while you can. Shoe cards provide a temporary boost to any My Team player.
Bon, ce sera sûrement mon dernier match. Je compte arrêter pour 13 heures. Donc on va être bon, je pense.
Let's set the tone early.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Heat in Miami. For Miami, they come into this game having won 3 straight, looking to make it 4. We'll see if they can get it done. And Goran Dragic, the Dragon out of Slovenia.
What does this
Shaq,
dragon sound like, Shaq?
do you like the nickname?
That's how a dragon sounds? I've never met a dragon, so I didn't know. It's kind of like I don't know what a unicorn sounds like. What's a unicorn sound like?
Il me dit quelque chose, le type à gauche là.
Okay.
C'est plus c'est qui.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Coming to you tonight from the American Airlines Arena with a look high above here in Miami. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldrich will be reporting from the sidelines. A chance now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
And I tell you, the excitement's starting to ratchet up a little bit as the tallies start coming in.
You look at Butler. He's got a claim in the final place in the Eastern Conference starting lineup. He's 5th in fan voting.
And it's been a season to remember for him so far. And it'll only get better if he can hang on to that starting spot for All-Star Weekend.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dion Waiters is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Howard in at the center position. And for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Dragic is out there with Robinson. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Butler in at the small forward position. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. When you're a championship contender, Chris, what are the aspects, the characteristics of an offense that is needed to get to that level?
You have to be balanced. You just can't be an inside team that can't shoot threes. You can't be a team that just
shoot threes, you have to have guys that can dribble, that can get their own shot. You need guys that can catch and be standstill shooters as well, so that when you have the guys that dribble and get that space, their hands are ready and they're already ready. They're already prepared to shoot. And then it'd be really nice to have a post player, a dominant inside finisher, a guy that once he gets it in the painted area, everyone's going to have to watch out because he's going to dunk on him and make a poster.
Now here's James after the miss from Jay Crowder. James, the pass to Davis. Yep, it counts.
An elite passer in his position. I mean, James always seems to make the right decision.
Dragic against Rondo. Trying to get open is Crowder. Dragic gets the bucket.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Waiters with the ball. Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Waiters. And Chase subbed in for Rajon Rondo. James with the bucket.
Well, you see the confidence. I mean, you can't shake James, even with the defender right in his shirt.
Here's none. Rebounded by McGee. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers to the paint. And it's Davis with the jam.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
The Heat trail by 4. Outside Butler. Pass to Nunn. High arcing shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Down low. Here's Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Here's Hero. Last game he had 13. Here's Butler. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And you look at Jimmy Butler. Goes about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
Free throw, good Butler.
I mean, an obsessive personality type Jimmy Butler. Back in Marquette, he'd stop a fast break drill when he called a pass with one hand instead of 2 and say, do it over. That perfectionism still drives him today.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for Miami. Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron.
Oh, able to put up points from anywhere on the floor. Che showing a nice stroke right there.
And the latest I heard with Che is that he's cut a deal to be a rep for Gatorade. Very high honor for a brand that has long been associated with our league.
You said it well, GA. Gatorade doesn't really just hand out endorsement deals either. They must really love the upside that Che has shown to give him a deal this early in his career. Wow, impressive. And the Lakers making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Lakers leading by 3. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Caldwell Pope is a guy you cannot leave open at any time. Just a very good shooter from any spot on the floor.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. First free throw is good.
En vrai, si on améliore le bonhomme, il y a grave moyen d'aller chercher le titre. Grave moyen.
They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just gotta time it up right.
And stolen by Che. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Here's Nunn. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Che. The Heat shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first free throw is good, and the Lakers making a change here. Swap here for the Lakers. Adebayo kicks to Jones. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Now here's Adebayo. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Atlanta.
But we got to talk about his D2. 4 steals in the game. I mean, a complete all-around effort for him.
Outside Dragic. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. Adebayo.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference on that possession.
Jake Crowder out there with Jones. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson, and it's Dragic in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Dragic following the basket by Anthony Davis. Right side Jones. Back to Adebayo. Outside Robinson. Over James. Robinson misses.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Crowder dishes to Dragic. Crowder the pass to Dragic. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Dragic has got 11 points.
Some great awareness being shown by Crowder. Spotted the open man and made a fantastic dish.
Robinson against Green. Passes it to James. There's 45 seconds left now here in the second. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. Robinson against Green. Adebayo kicks to Robinson. Here's Dragic. He's covered closely. Back to Robinson. Over Green. The Lakers with the rebound. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Oh, that's just too much strength from Howard. A little contact doesn't bother him in the least.
And here's Dragic. No good on the last second attempt there. And so we conclude the first half. Los Angeles on top, leading by 6. It's time now.
Thanks very much.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere. publicity is good publicity, but Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
Yeah, I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. Some things are best left in the locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year, and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors, and so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players. They affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the home fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, Xtadeus Caldwell-Pope is out there with Jay. Then there's Markieff Morris. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's McGee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Jones checked in for Bam Adebayo. Both shots good from the stripe.
And for the Lakers, 6 straight seasons outside the playoffs. Can you believe it's the worst record in the NBA over that span? I mean, for the league's premier franchise, it's not what they're accustomed to.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here's Nunn, covered by Che. Nunn passes to Hero. Butler feeling it out a bit. 6 on the shot clock. Lets a floater go. Up and in on the layup. Butler's got 6. And the Lakers have an illustrious past, Chris, but they can't rest on their laurels.
Yeah, you're right, Kev. Teams around the league are getting more advanced with their scouting. The Lakers taking steps to ensure they remain on the cutting edge.
To the paint, here's Jones, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And Murray comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Green in for Xtadeus Caldwell-Pope. .114 left to play in the third. From the high post. Misses off the left iron.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief as they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute to it.
Here's Hero. Guarded by Green. Hero passes to Jones. And the foul called on Shea. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Dang, that's his 4th foul. Now he's going to have to be careful. Still a little ways to go and only 2 fouls to spare.
Davis is checked in for Los Angeles. Nunn passes to Olynyk. Shoots over Kuzma. Olynyk can't hit.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration at times.
And again, no good by the Lakers. Butler against Murray. Count that one. 8 points for Jimmy Butler.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shea passes to Davis. And they double up Davis from past the arc.
Allez, dommage.
Shea, no good.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Here's Nunn. He got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we end the third quarter... We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The Heat trail by 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Quarter action. All 2 have been ready to go. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Jay Crowder out there with Jones. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the 1 spot. Pass to LeBron. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing and off the glass. That one's good. And the Lakers lead by 4.
And the in-between shot of James, a thing of beauty. I mean, he's so clever at taking advantage of this area of the floor.
Nunn passes to Ramzy. Here's the dish to Butler. That shot off. Great D that time from Davis.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
As well as he's carried himself over the years, I'm amazed by the negativity about LeBron James. I mean, all he's done is 8 straight.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Dragic, and that's good.
C'est quand même pas normal que ça rentre aussi facilement pour eux par contre.
Robinson's got 3 assists now in this one. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're up by 2. 1:33 left to play here in the fourth. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
The Heat making a switch here. Crowder's checked in. Took him no time at all on that one. And that's 11 points for LeBron. Chris, you think about what LeBron's accomplished, not just on the, his activism, his business acumen.
Yeah, shut up and dribble. That's what people want to do, Kevin, but he's not listening. Thank God for that. It's about his power. It threatens some people. For whatever reason, they love to knock you down a peg.
Shea drives in and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Oh, he put the ball on the deck, didn't he? And he created offense. Shea draws the foul. He gets to go to the line.
Mais t'es nul à chier, tu me casses les couilles.
This is the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
When players by and large really respect Shea's thoughtfulness. I mean, he has an expansive worldview and is willing to express it.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. James kicks to Shea. Back to LeBron. Drains it from beyond the arc.
No, you gotta love the poise of James, a master at executing in clutch situations.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Oh yeah, a little room for error now. We'll see what they run.
Here's the teardrop. None can't get it to fall.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Loads it up for Davis, and it's slammed in by Davis.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Butler passes to Nunn. Offline with his 3. James looking it over. And so the Lakers take the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Alden. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
Et ben voilà, je vais mettre ma progression et je vais arrêter ici les vieux. J'ai combien? 700. Ouais, bon. Le temps que ça charge. Il y a quelqu'un qui reprend derrière ou pas du tout?
Living with all of these strangers, staring at faces that you can't make, standing in front of a mirror, forcing a smile but I can't fake, 'cause I'm feeling lost, I'm feeling confused, I'm losing my mind.
Personne. Une fois, deux fois, trois fois. Ah bah je me casse alors. Je vous dis à la prochaine. Merci d'être passé, merci pour le follow. Merci pour les gens qui étaient cachés sur le chat. Allez, à la prochaine les TB.